coming up next, the Pro 2 division. We switch from 400 to 900 horsepower, and this guy, Chad Horde, who had an unbelievable run yesterday in the Pro 2 class, and right now Tony Buckhoven has caught up with him.
Chad Horde had an amazing day yesterday. He bested his 2013 victory score with 1. Chad, you're off to a great start. This morning you told me you are really confident in this truck this year.
Yeah, we are. You know, we did a bunch of work in the off season, did a bunch of testing, and it's all paid off. And first stop of the season here, we got a win already, and we're going to look out to back it up.
He's on his way to back it up, and another guy that's out there right now watching is with Christy. He had a rough day yesterday, Christy.
Ari Lyondek Jr., great to see you here today. Definitely had a tough break during racing yesterday. Talk us through that crash. What happened?
Just on that restart, everyone's really close together, and I think Mike and I were battling for fourth there, and I think it was just one of those racing incidents. You know, we both came off the jump a little bit sideways, and I just happened to be just enough in front of him to where when we hit midair, it turned me, and then I went for a wild ride. But I'm bummed, for my sponsors, Gunk, Cooper Tire, Genius Tools, all came out here to support me, and could have had a podium finish yesterday, and now I'm a little bit loopy on pain meds with a broken collarbone, so I'm bummed on how it turned out, but definitely glad we had the speed there, so that's good.
It's unbelievable that Ari Lyondek could go through a crash like that and come back here today, and maybe we'll try to get him in the booth to join us. Coming up, Pro 2 racing for Primm, Nevada. Don't miss it. Welcome back, everyone, to TORC, the Off-Road Championships. We're in Primm, Nevada, just south of Las Vegas, getting ready for our Pro 2 racing. And you can see Pro 2 guys already on course, getting warmed up. And this is exciting as it comes, and we saw some great racing here yesterday.
As we take a look at these machines, as we see from the Pro lights, now we go to Pro 2, double the horsepower. A lot more suspension travel, but we also add some weight, so these trucks are heavier, not able to accelerate and decelerate quite as quickly, but with that extra horsepower, these trucks are mighty fast.
Well, great racing we saw in round 1 yesterday. One guy we will not see in round 2, Ari Lyondek, is sitting in the booth next to us because of this, Ari.
Yeah, basically yesterday got crossed up, trying to pass Jenkins for fourth after a restart, and took a bad fall, and now broke a collarbone, so I'm bummed I can't be out there today, guys.
But unbelievable. What is going through your mind when this happens to you?
I mean, I knew it was going to go wrong because I was a little bit ahead of Jenkins. I figured we could hit bank doors, but I knew as soon as we touched that it was going to go bad, and the steering shaft actually broke. Steering wheel broke off in my hands, and I couldn't hold my arms. And basically, I think one of my arms just sort of got near the window net, broke my collarbone.
So that was Ari's ride home yesterday, but we're pleased to have him in the booth here today. Yesterday, CJ Greaves also, Grant, just having a terrible day.
Well, we saw him win the Pro Lights, but coming to Pro 2, he had a mechanical in qualifying, and the same thing in the race. His spindle broke. They hope to have this sorted out. We'll find out now if they do.
Green Flag Racing, Jeff Seifert will lead them out alongside the number 47 and Mike Jenkins. Here we go, Pro 2 racing on course.
Pro 2's invert the top 4, so our winner from yesterday, Chad Horde, on the outside of the second row. Coming the first turn, Jenkins running a little bit wide.
Jenkins trying to get squared off and get that speed, but Seifert so far in that SAC team machine is holding on to the lead.
Johnson's got a little smoke, if you're noticing right now in the whoops in the back of your screen, the Husqvarna truck.
Oh, wow, nice move there for Jenkins.
A little slide job action there, but look who comes and takes the lead. Yesterday's winner, Chad Horde, immediately in the front.
Great shot there, the onboard shot from Mike Jenkins' truck. And unfortunately, while everyone was scrambling, Chad Horde managed to get his way through, and he is now in the lead. Bad news for everybody else.
Ari, tell us what it's like with this jump. We've seen the wind catching guys, and how fast you going.
Yeah, I mean, it's full throttle. You're going off there. If the wind's headed a certain direction, it really sails the truck nicely. It's one of those things where it's awesome to take that jump at full speed. But we're looking at Johnson right now. I see him struggling. There's some smoke coming out of the back of the truck. Who knows what it could be, but it can be great.
Anything smoky, in my opinion, on
when you
the
see
track's
blue
not good.
smoke on off-road, that means it's, you know, it could be terminal. So we'll see if he can hold on to it and see how long that truck lasts.
We see these guys, they've thrown some water down. They have to do this to keep the moisture in the ground, keep the dust down, mainly for visibility as well as they need some traction. But right now, it looks like these guys are sliding around a bit.
Yeah, I mean, when it's wet like this, it is super hard to control the truck. You're seeing Jenkins struggle a little bit in turn 2. And when it dries out, the track gets more and more grip, and then it sort of crosses over, and then at the end of the race, it gets slick again. So right now, the conditions coming to the drivers, it's going to get better and better about up until the caution.
So it goes from a wet slick to prime to a dry slick in the end.
Exactly, yep.
So right now, Chad Horde still leading us out. Marty Hart behind him. And there is the Boss Snowplow machine of number 9, Chad Horde. Had a great race yesterday, and I think he's going to be very happy right now leading out this race.
It looks like from the moment he offloaded that truck, he looked like he was dialed in, set, ready to go. Oh, we see some contact, and there Johnson with the problem, and it looks like you
He's
said,
got a fire underneath the truck right there.
Ari, you were saying we saw some smoke. I wonder if that is something to do with that smoke that's keeping him out of this race right now.
CJ Gree is making some moves up here. Looks like that spindle's definitely holding up, so he's moving up through the field.
Well, it held up longer than it did yesterday
Yeah,
in both sections, so at least we know they're going in the right direction. Let's hope that this can hold on the remainder of this race.
CJ Greaves trying to keep the power up around the outside of Seifert.
Two completely different lines, and we see that they came out almost side by side. But Ari, I'm sure you could elaborate to this. The inside obviously a shorter way around, but the outside, you see the guys running wide, looks like they carry more momentum.
Yeah, they just carry so much more momentum coming off the corner. You saw the difference there between CJ, and he just has so much more drive, and that's why you want to really use that cushion and go where the soft dirt is.
Oh, we have a truck off the side of the course there. Wow. A lot of chaos going on in this Pro 2 class right now. Chad Horde, though, still comfortably in the lead. And Chad Horde is our VP power moves of the day. Take a look at this. Chad Horde coming up the inside to claim the lead, and he is leading this Pro 2 class right now. Will he keep the lead? Find out when we come back. Welcome back, everyone, to TORC Round 2 from Primm, Nevada. Pro 2's on the line. We've already seen some crazy driving so far.
Well, we see coming to the turn, Marty Hart. It looks like he just runs it in a little bit deep, blows over that K-rail, and just grabs a footful of throttle there as he hoofs it around the outside to get back on the track. But that's a racer's mentality. Just looks like he overcooks it, wasn't able to get that truck set up.
So we're heading into the green flag. Tess Sewell, Grant Langston, and Ari Leindyke Jr. in the booth with us.
Boys getting sideways before the green flag was even out.
Yeah, CJ looking to here on the outside. Cross under maybe?
Oh, he does a little rubbing. This is the same spot, Ari, that you went over yesterday, but they keep it clean. They just rub it. They're bumping each other. But Chad now has the inside. Can he hold it off?
Look for CJ to go underneath him right here.
A little up and under.
Move. Great battle here for first.
Oh, and they both share that same line, and they cross over once again.
Chad Horde really holding his own here.
Chad doesn't seem to be fazed by much at the moment. And I think confidence breeds confidence, right?
Totally. He had such a great race yesterday, and it's definitely showing.
Oh, you hear that truck on the rev limit over there. When the front end was down, the guys seemed to get on the throttle and pick the front end up.
Chad Horde in the lead in this race right now in that red truck. And for more on Chad, let's check in with Tony Bachhoven.
You Guys, you talked about his confidence, and he told me this morning that they didn't build a new truck this winter. They struggled a little bit last year, so they worked on some of those details, and he really feels like with the changes they made over the winter to the current truck that he's racing right now, he's really got something for the Greaves team this year.
And that he sure does, because he has looked solid. And that's the thing sometimes. You don't have to go and reinvent the wheel. They just went and fine-tuned and dialed things in. And I think, Ari, as a racer, you can attest that that is critical to know exactly what that truck's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, through the whoops, the truck looks amazing. It flies nice, nose high. He can control the attitude of the truck in the air. And so the truck's balance looks really good. CJ looks to be fast and is catching him, but catching a guy is one thing, passing him is another.
And that is so true.
So this is Chad Horde and CJ Greaves battling for the lead, and these Pro 2 trucks, 900 horsepower of fury. And what does that sound like? Well, turn up your TVs and listen to the MagnaFlow sounds of torque. CJ Greaves really working on Horde, trying the outside line.
He's got the line. This is a good line for CJ right here. A lot of grip on the outside.
And he's going to carry that momentum down the straightaway. He is on the outside, but he clears him before they get to turn one. Fantastic pass. And how wicked do these trucks sound when they're screaming.
Chad Horde still trying to find that line, but CJ had the line coming in through 4 there to the start finish, and it really looked like Horde was working so hard trying to hold on.
Chad Horde keeping a tighter line there, using the other option through that split lane. Basically, obviously trying to stay out of the roost at this point.
Yeah, I think right now he's just doing a good job of checking CJ's lines, seeing where he can set him up. Horde looks to be battling back here. I wouldn't count him out.
And then that turn there, I saw that's what upset Chad's car last time. It seems like he hits that rut and it really digs the car in, where CJ looked like he almost cleared and carried a little more momentum. I wonder if Chad will be able to pick up on that now that he's able to watch CJ's lines.
Look at CJ kind of go low here, kind of block Horde a little bit. Let's see if Horde can set him up high-low like CJ did to him. Good low line for Horde. CJ's got the momentum.
Yep. Came out pretty much even, but now just under 3 laps to go as we see some of that body work coming off the 33 truck, but that ain't going to slow him down. It's just body work.
And right now with 3 laps to go, it's all about really just analyzing the guy in front of you, seeing where you're better than him.
But here's the question for you, Ari. You understand this. When the guy in front of you is spraying up roost like this, you're Chad Horde. How much vision do you actually get? How well can you see?
I mean, he's got so much experience underneath his belt. I don't think the roost is really going to slow him down. But right there, you see he hooked a little bit. And right now, he's really got to push it, because if he lets CJ leg it a little bit, it's not going to be able to get him back.
Would you agree, as we start the final 2 laps of this race, would you agree that maybe it's not so much the roost, but not being able to see where the ruts and the holes that are developing, because you've got a truck basically blocking your vision?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of times if you're too close to somebody, you can't take the line that you want to take. So right now, you're looking at Horde taking this inside where CJ has been taking this outside, but now he's sort of adapting to CJ's line because maybe it's working better for him as well. So this is really tough. The track right now is beat up. There isn't much grip out there, and everyone's sort of battling for that same piece of dirt that's soft that you get the traction off of.
Well, it's almost a catch-22 because you got to be close to make a pass. So, you pretty much have to eat the roost, and sometimes you have to follow the same guy. This is the fast line. Sweeping around the outside, you have to take it.
Exactly. These guys are right now, he's right in tow, but he's close enough. He can mount an attack last lap.
White flag is flying. CJ Greaves in the black truck in the lead. Chad Horde in that Boss snowplow machine just all over the back of CJ Greaves.
And Chad Horde looks to me like he does not have a lot of patience. And why would you? 1 lap to go as he just smashes that body.
Look for him coming in here.
Tries to do a slide job on the inside, but CJ keeps the momentum. Now they split those lanes.
I don't know if he's close enough, guys.
This may be his last opportunity. If CJ does not blow that last turn, this may be it. But watch this rut here that's catching these guys out. Oh, and Chad. CJ seems to get through that rut just a little bit cleaner, which helps him carry the momentum down this fast straightaway.
So here we go. They're over the big jump, and CJ Greaves is going to hang on for this one. He had a terrible day yesterday in round 1, but today, redemption, checkered flag. CJ Greaves wins Pro 2.
Great drive from Chad Horde. He was right there, just came up a little short.
Yeah, he did great.
So CJ Greaves claims Pro 2. Awesome driving here today in Primm. Pro 4 will be coming up when we return. TORC, the Off-Road Championship on NBCSN, is brought to you by CAT. The TORC Racing Series depends on CAT machines at each tour stop. Do what TORC does and choose CAT equipment for your next job. And by Husqvarna, the world's largest producer of outdoor power equipment. Pro 2 winner here in Primm, CJ Greaves. A very happy man after the trials of the last couple of days, and Christy Lee caught up with him.
CJ, you definitely found the results you were looking for today. When I caught up with your crew earlier, they were definitely burning the midnight oil, trying to get your truck ready and prepared and to give you a winning truck today, and that definitely happened. Congratulations.
Yeah, first off, my mechanic on this Pro 2, Devin, we had 2 mishaps. I know it really got him down. This one goes out to him. He got this truck working awesome. We started in the back, dead last today, worked our way all the way up to first.
Let's talk about the race and the battle with Chad Horde. He definitely gave you a run for your money. You made that pass for the lead and kept it for the win.
Yeah, Chad's been running strong all weekend here, and we've been right there with him, and he opened the door up, so I took it, and we went door to door from here on out. But I couldn't have done it without all my sponsors, Monster, Toyota, Maxxis, Fox Shocks, MagnaFlow, all you guys for coming out, Method, Team Associated, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Christy. A great result there after a rough weekend for CJ Greaves.
What a way to remount. DNF yesterday comes back with a win and a solid weekend for Chad Horde. A first and a second. He will retain the points lead. Nice podium position there for Patrick Clark.